India's first offshore destination. Technically, it's outside the foreign exchange area, outside the FEMA area, meaning it is considered as offshore outside the shores of India. However, for the purposes of Indian income tax and Indian company law, it is considered within the domestic area. That being said, it enables you to complete transactions in non-Indian mode, meaning in foreign currency. GIFT City is a fully operational offshore destination, a domicile. Um, there are infrastructure already built in. The towers are already there. They are working. International banking units have already been set up. 20 odd fund applications have been approved and another 50 are reportedly being licensed at the moment. There are foreign exchange transactions that are already being transacted, like ECB or external commercial borrowings. A 22-hour exchange already is transacting fairly well, which deals in derivative contracts, oil contracts and foreign exchange contract. Pretty soon equity, Indian equity and other equity can also be added to this exchange. Most importantly, the exchange will be able to list stocks in the neighborhood of India and thus become a hub of capital activity. I would think that in the years to come, GIFT City will probably end up being the international hub spot as far as India and SAARC countries go. From 1940, there have been 40 or more stock market movements, meaning crashes. And so a stock market crash or a downward movement should not be a matter of surprise. It is to be taken with the flow. What is very important is for being patient, and times are such that it calls for patient investing. You cannot invest today and say you would want the returns tomorrow, because business models take time to adjust to new situations, to be steady, to perform with certainty. Therefore, one should have a long-term view of investing both in private and public markets. The ecosystem for startups has never been better than this before. I always maintain that today, for a startup, you open the tap and the startup can be started, because the environment to create a startup today is much better than before. Capital is available. There is private equity, there is venture capital, there are small exchanges that have been opened for small board, there are large boards also, some of them accepting some matured startups. So certainly today doing a startup is much easier, and the most important thing, you have more entrepreneurs today than you had ever before in our country. First of all, I would like to say that this government led by Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji has taken some very fundamental and long-term solution making to the problems that we have had, which means that the effect of this will be seen in the years to come. Having said that, very cleverly they have put in some short-term measures or proposals which will give us short-term results, motivating us to move forward so that the long-term reform movements will bear fruits. Therefore, I think it's very important for us to be a little patient and see how things go. Having said that, the whole world now believes that India is in the right direction. First of all, I think you need to have faith in yourself and faith in this country. I can see that the next 25 years are going to be golden period of governance, period of digitization, period of disclosures, and besides, as you would have seen after Corona, the economy has a sharp rebound. You can see that the flights are full. You can see that hotel accommodations are full, and therefore it will not be a surprise that the economy is turning up. So I think we are good there. Digital currency is a reality. The question is whether it should be a private currency or a central bank sponsored currency. Currency is a matter of sovereignty of a government, and therefore it's very important that we support a central bank sponsored currency. In our country it means Reserve Bank of India sponsored currency, and I think it's a reality. You can't keep cutting trees to print 500 rupee notes and 2000 rupee notes or 10 rupee notes. In fact, the cost of production of a note is higher than the denomination itself. Therefore, it makes sense to go into a digital mode. Not only that, a digital currency helps in checking the volatility of M3 movement, which is known as the volatility of the currency. Intervention is easy, and more importantly, it is very helpful in monitoring terrorism and narco-terrorism. So I talked to you about what we have, what is happening in GIFT City. Now, just to focus a little more on what we have done in GIFT City, and I'm very happy and proud of our involvement in GIFT City in terms of support. We in Basis have been able to use our international exposure, international experience of being in this industry for 25 odd years to bring on suggestions to the GIFT City authorities as players in the market, and we have made some constructive suggestions to the GIFT City authorities, and I'm very happy to say that many of the suggestions have been very nicely accepted by them, and very proactively and with a great deal of speed. And I must tell you that some suggestions have been accepted within a quarter. For a regulator to accept suggestions within a quarter is a matter of great speed, and I must thank the GIFT City authorities to have accepted some of the suggestions that we made, and which are fundamental in nature and which puts us on par with the other domiciles in the world.